Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. When Raila Odinga referred to William Ruto as the Kayo, it literally shows that William Ruto is a man who has appetite to collect more than is expected in terms of taxes. Sasa hiyo ndio ilikuwa kazi ya kusanya ushuru. So instead of Kenyans having a president who will serve them, they ended up having a tax collector in the office of the president. People took it like a joke. Some took it with some seriousness. It is emerging evidently clear that the man they referred to as the candidate from the church, at least the Church of Christ has a candidate, that's what they were referring to us, has turned out to be a man who is seemingly strategically preparing to tax the church. Yes, Ruto might turn out to tax the church. What we know as of now, the church is not paying taxes. What they are doing, they are only filing returns. In that return, it's just a little amount of money they give annually, not taxes. And this has been evidently clear on the case that has been haunting one Pastor Ezekiel. He's being used, intimidated, frustrated, but the end game could be a target to tax the church. They are coming up with measures. They say they want to regulate the church, but the end game will be to force the church to pay taxes. Huyo ndio mtu mlisema ni candidate wa kanisa, the holy one. Today is coming for you. Now, you know, in Pastor Odero's issue, number one, the DCI, first of all, asked to probe Pastor Ezekiel, and by doing so, they wanted to freeze his account. The pastor welcomed that idea. The freezing account, there have been investigation, but their aim, usually they are diverted to say that it is all about Shakahola. They are selling body organs. Now it changed to, they want to probe even also the people who have been sending tithe to Pastor Ezekiel either online or in the church. So they want to be probed now. It is changing from Shakahola now to start probing people who pay tithe. Since when we had in Kenya that you are probing someone when he's giving freely to the church? You pay willingly, depending on how you wish. Maybe you have seen a problem you want to sort out in the church, including even helping those who cannot raise school fees, the needy, through that church system of governance. So you pay. Today they want to probe you. Now, what they are doing also, they are telling Pastor Ezekiel that we have realized that you have not been filing returns since you started your ministry. So, they are now planning to close the church. They have now done what? Listen to this one. Pastor Ezekiel's New Life Prayer Center and Church faced closure after receiving cancellation notice from Registrar of Society over failure to file tax returns since its registration in 2022. I quote, "We took the liberty to send out cancellation notice to this church because of the activities that have come to the fore. Since its registration, they have not complied with the requirement of the Society Act. No returns have been filed, and we have issued them with a notice to show a case." Sasa inafaa saa hizo waende wajieleza about that. If it's all about issue of returns, it is just another issue they are raising here. Because if someone has not paid and is not the first church, I know of many churches, organizations, that had failed to pay their returns. Once they get the notice, they normally go and clear. Then they continue running. If you don't clear, they can close, or they give you a grace period to try and clear that standoff. Maybe 3 months or 6 months. This one they want to close. This is just an example they want to use. The end game. Because now Ruto has come out with a commission that is going to check into how to regulate the church. Soon they will come with the ideas of now the church starts to pay taxes. Wakati Ruto wanaona pesa iko mahali, they cannot lack appetite to tax that money. They have realized Pastor Ezekiel is running an international church that has attracted people who are willing to help internationally, not only Kenyans, outside Kenya, East Africa and outside Africa. So they look at money that comes in. When they heard that the tithe only comes in millions of shillings, close to 17, 20 million in one Sunday. They want that money. They have checked this account. They are seeing now we have some churches that are very rich here. So we have to ask for tax. So if you see maybe a church has a saving close to maybe 10 billion, so you want like maybe 3 billion from that money. You can only do that by taxing. If you want to tax, it means it will not be selective taxing. They will put in everyone. So every church might end up paying tax. They are only using Pastor Ezekiel on this issue because you try to connect Mackenzie, TV, Shakahola, massive killing, then Pastor Ezekiel, then body organs selling, and then people who are sending tithe and offering to Pastor Ezekiel to be probed. Do you see any? Look at that connection is going. Look at it. Look at it. Then tell me, what is the end game here? The Church of Christ has been targeted. The man you thought that he is a God-fearing, a God-sent president was not that person you thought of. This one is just a taxpayer. In fact, is a wolf that has come like a sheep. But at the end of the day, he is targeting to persecute Christians. He's targeting to come and rob from the tithe in the church. That will be the end game. So the Church of Christ that was promised that you have one of your own should prepare to start paying taxes. I know the church has been doing so many things. Some of the work on the ground there, feeding the poor, medical for the poor, taking to school the needy, among many other things. The work they've been doing on the ground is many. Some churches are even running children's homes. Some churches have even homes for elderly in society. So the tithe has been helping and the sadaka to do many activities on the ground. Today, the government of William Samoei Ruto is coming for that tax. And Dorcas Gachagua is one person who is not in agreement with the government. For her, she has different views. There is a fight between the state and Dorcas Gachagua. We can say that the state and the deputy president office, because Gachagua is not even in agreement with what they are doing. He is always silent. But the wife has been coming out so loud to speak on this matter. This is what she's saying. If you get one person doing the wrong thing, get that person. It is wrong to lump everyone together and make a denomination saying all those people are criminals. When it comes to matters divine, they better leave it to us and our God. The more you try to persecute the church, the bigger and the greater it becomes. The question is, Dorcas Gachagua, tell Kenyans, who is persecuting the church? Is it Raila Odinga or William Ruto? Which government is persecuting? Was it the handshake government or this Kenya Kwanza government? Today Kenyans can see exactly the person who is persecuting the church. Kenyans can now realize the enemy of the church. It has started with the church. They will go to the mosque. They will come and ask you to pay taxes. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section for continuation of this conversation. Thank you and see you in our next video.